Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Chants and Rants. I am your host, Paul Rose, and the creator of Sing the Hours, and I'm joined by my associate, Mr. Nobody, also known as Charles.
Not really known by Charles, but...
Yeah, many other names. Nice McLaren shirt. You know, Lando won his first race.
Yeah,
Miami.
in Miami, right?
Pretty sweet. Lando is a Formula One race car driver, and Charlie is repping McLaren. This video we're going to talk about, in preparation for ordinary time, 2 hymn tunes that you can use in the AM and the PM. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Because we received a lot of comments in the last video, people who said, can you actually discuss more with hymns, how to approach various hymn tunes?
In other words, whenever you're doing Lauds or Vespers out in the wild and you get a hymn on your page from iBreviary app or from your whatever book you're using, and there's no notes for the psalm, for the hymn, then how do you sing it?
How do you do that? So I have my right volume for ordinary time here. And yeah, there's tons of hymns in here that, you know, they never come with a hymn tune. And that's tough. That's tough. So for those of you who don't know, we're discussing hymns in the Liturgy of the Hours. The Liturgy of the Hours is the public prayer of the church that people stop to pray every 3 hours. We have morning prayer and evening prayer on Sing the Hours, our sister channel, where you can tune in to the Liturgy of the Hours. I do get a lot of questions, though, about this very problem. How do you just sing a hymn when there's only text? I think the most practical way to approach this would be for us to use iBreviary as an example. Let's pull it out. Yeah. So iBreviary is an awesome app. If you don't have it, I encourage you to download it. And you can access all the Liturgy of the Hours in many different languages for any of its sessions. Let's choose a random date, Charlie, which you can do in the app. Let's choose a random date. Let's say May 27th. What about that? That's ordinary time. Monday, it's the first day. Monday of the 8th week of ordinary time. Great.
Got it. 27th of May.
Yeah.
Pray. Liturgy of the Hours.
Good.
Lots.
Okay, so if you happen to be praying morning prayer on Monday the 27th, you happen to be using iBreviary like so many thousands, even probably millions do. I think they have millions of downloads. Great. Italian company. Thank you, people at iBreviary, for giving it to the world. And you run into, O God of Splendor, source of light. So the first thing we notice about this hymn is that it's 8-8-8-8. We discussed that in a previous video. That's the meter. That means that it's 8 syllables, followed by 8 syllables, followed by 8 syllables, followed by 8 syllables. This is the most common meter that occurs in church hymns. Great. So it's 8-8-8-8, which is lucky for us because the 2 hymn tunes we're going to introduce are 8-8-8-8. They cover
perfect
a huge number of hymns. So if it is morning, I would recommend the following hymn tune. It's very easy. It's attached, for example, to Iam lucis orto sidere. That's what we're going to be singing to get our tune, and then we're going to apply it to this hymn very easily. You ready, Charlie?
Ready.
Okay. So it would go like this. Iam lucis orto sidere, Deum precemor supplices, ut in diurnis actibus, nos servet a nocentibus. Let's try it together. Iam lucis orto sidere, Deum precemor supplices, ut in diurnis actibus, nos servet a nocentibus. Notice, Charlie, the first and fourth phrase. What's the deal with them?
They're the same.
Exact same.
Yeah.
So it's 4 lines of 8 syllables. So Iam lucis orto sidere, 8. Deum precemor supplices, 8. Ut in diurnis actibus, 8. Nos servet a nocentibus, 8.
And the first and fourth lines match in tune.
In this tune.
Yeah.
But also, it's very easy with this tune because the 5th syllable is always a double melisma. Melisma is when there's two notes or more, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, however many notes on one syllable. So notice how it's iam lucis orto sidere deum prece mor supplices ut in dior nis actibus. So it's syllabic. A syllabic chant is where every syllable corresponds to one note. It's syllabic except for there's this nice groovy, every fifth note is a double melisma. So easy, right?
Yeah. Very
And you can
very
apply
easy.
it to any 8/8/8 tune. This is used for morning hymns, though. In the Liber Hymnarius, which is the church's official hymnal for the Liturgy of the Hours, like Vatican approved, Vatican II approved, the official hymn book only uses this tune for morning-related hymns. So this is not an evening one.
So this is a good go-to tune to memorize and then apply to any other Lauds hymn that's an 8/8/8/8.
Yeah. And not just
Easy.
lauds. You could do it for Office of Readings. You could do it for daytime prayer, maybe mid-morning or a midday. And then we'll talk about the evening prayer tune in a second. So let's try this on O God of Splendor, Source of Light. Let's see if it works. O God of Splendor, Source of Light, by your serene and shining ray, the day unfolds and floods the sky, when hours of night have run their course. For you are earth's true morning star, and not that star so frail and small, which shines with pale and narrow gleam, as herald of the coming day. Good, easy. You did great. So that's a morning tune, and I recommend that for any morning hour.
All right,
Now
well,
let's do-
besides from listening to that snippet 100 times to learn this tune, how would someone be able to go back, find this tune to be able to
I'll put a link.
learn it? Okay,
Put a link in the
awesome.
video.
Great.
Yeah, we got links on links. All right, let's talk about evening prayer.
Great.
Oh no,
What?
evening prayer for that day is very suspicious.
Oh.
It's
Right,
11/11/11/5. So this evening prayer for this particular day, and we'll just talk about this very briefly because we want to stay focused. This is an 11/11/11/5 meter. So it says in iBreviary, Iste Confessor 11/11/11/5. So it's not 8/8/8/8. It has 11 by 11 by 11 by 11 by 5 syllables in each stanza. Okay? Now, if you run into an 11 by 11 by 11/5, and I don't want to make this overcomplicated. In fact, we're re-recording this video because we made it too complicated. I would recommend doing Flemming. So you can look up the tune called Flemming and learn it. It's a good one to put in your toolbox. And we've covered it before. Let's just show them what it sounds like. It's not a chant tune. This is a more modern Germanic tune, but it works very well even for plain chant. Let's try it. Light ever radiant, source of light and wellspring, loving and gracious, hear the prayers we offer. Light, come adorn us, banish with your splendor. Sin born of darkness. See, you can do it.
Right. Yeah.
Flemming. That's called Flemming.
Good.
So you can look that up on Google. Okay, so if we run into an evening hymn that is 8/8/8/8, let's just pull up night prayer because that's also in the evening. And
Great.
you can.
Perfect.
So now we're on night prayer. So this is to you before the close of light, which is done
Okay.
every single
Yep.
day basically throughout the year. So let's do the Vespers one, which if you want to look this up, and I'll include the link, this is attached to the hymn Horis Peractis Undecim. Horis Peractis Undecim. And this is so easy because it's totally syllabic, meaning there's no what, Charlie?
Melismas.
Yeah, melisma. Nice. So there's
I'm
always
learning.
one note for each syllable. So there will be 8 notes per line. Let's just jump right into it. First with the Latin. Horis peractis undecim, ruit dies in vesperum, solvamus omnes debitum, mentis libenter canticum. Now to you before the close of night. To you before the close of light, Creator of all things we pray, be our protector, keep us safe in your unfailing clemency. Isn't that so easy?
Yeah. Easy.
You can use that for any hymn throughout the year. That is 8888. And if you happen to run to 11.5, you can scroll back in the video to Flemming. Let's pull up daytime prayer real quick in the app. We'll show you how this works with literally anything. Let's go to mid-afternoon prayer and let's do the evening one. And notice how every single daytime prayer hymn is 8888. So you'll never run into any surprises with daytime prayer. So let's do mid-afternoon. And notice how this kind of feels like the setting sun. Da, 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 da. It's not quite nighttime, but it's like you can feel dusk creeping in, even with the vibe. And it's an ancient tune. This is a tune that appears a ton of times in the Liber Hymnarius, which is that official hymn book. Let's try it, mid-afternoon prayer. O God, our firm and steadfast strength, remaining in yourself unmoved, you rule the span of daily light, and guide the course of all the hours. Bestow at eventide a light, by which our life may never fail. May endless glory be the crown that follows on a holy death. Easy.
Yeah.
And in
great.
this tune, what is the same, Charlie?
The first and the third.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the other one had a structure where the first and the fourth. This one has a structure which kind of ends more on like an evening sunset. Da 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 dun da dun dun. Where the other one, it ends on let's just keep the day going. Da 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 da. So like the other one is a real wake up. It has this constant upward movement. Da da dun 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 dun. It's like you're climbing stairs, waking up. The other one slowly goes down into a sunset. Da 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 dun da dun dun.
Yeah.
Do you see how the church, like, it's almost three-dimensional in terms of how the tune itself, like, makes sense with the hours. It sanctifies.
Well, this is kind of a deep cut, but the Vespers tune kind of sounds like the Mr. Tumnus flute song from the Chronicles of Narnia. You know the lullaby one that makes the kids go to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it has that same type of feel to it.
I love that. We'll talk about more tunes in a later video. Maybe we'll just publish the one that we thought was a disaster.
Sure.
But any comments or questions, Charlie, that you think the common person would...
So I think these two tunes are awesome. I'll keep listening to them, becoming more familiar with them. They're easy enough that just hearing them a couple times, I can follow your lead. But I think they could be hard to remember from scratch if I just pulled up iBreviary without someone to remember them. So one thing that is helpful is the trick that you taught me of just thinking of a hymn tune that we already know, like Tantum Ergo, or like, what's the other one that you always use?
Iesu dulce memoria.
Yes, right. Yeah. So sometimes those are easy because I think Iesu dulce memoria and I immediately get the Iesu dulce memoria, and I have the notes immediately available to me. So I think that's sometimes a nice trick to a fail-safe trick that you taught me that I can just think of a hymn tune that I know well.
However, there is some peril in that because if you were to do Tantum Ergo with this, let's try it. Which one do you want to do? Okay. Oh God, our firm and steadfast strength. Already we're messed up.
Where are you?
Remaining in yourself unmoved. You rule the span up. See, it doesn't fit. It's a different meter.
Okay.
Because that's 8787. So it doesn't work with 8888.
What about Iesu dulce memoriam?
That'll work.
8.
That'll work. And that has some beautiful melisma. Let's try that one. So Charlie, if you were to lead late afternoon prayer with your wife and you were up a creek, I need to stop using that expression. What would you say? How would you introduce it?
At mid-afternoon prayer?
Yeah, just go for it.
Oh God, our firm and steadfast strength,
remaining in yourself unmoved, you rule the span of daily light, and guide the course of all the hours. You know what's nice about that one? That particular tune is super nice because it is a chant tune. It's not like for example, if we were to do, oh God, our firm and steadfast strength. Now it has a rhythm because it's like a tune that was invented in the era where we have like beats, you know?
Uh-huh.
But there's no beats in, oh God, our firm and steadfast strength.
Yeah.
It's just spoken, you know? Remaining in yourself unmoved. It sounds like it has a beat because it's just a good tune. But that tune is like 800 plus years old. So it was by Bernard of Clairvaux, I think, wrote that.
No idea.
It's on his feast. I think we sing it. And it's, yeah. Anyway, well, that's great. Any other tips you think you got?
I think that's it.
I would say what we'll do is we'll publish 2 separate videos of these 2 easy tunes, and you should just listen to them on repeat until you just have it ground into you. And then you'll be prepared forever. You can add it to your toolbox. This is 2 tools, a morning prayer tool and an evening prayer tool to equip you to sing the hours on your own, which is the real dream. Not on your own totally, on your own with others.
Yeah, in community.
So updates we got in a couple days. I know we'll be obsolete because people will watch this video weeks from now, but we got the Pentecost Vigil coming up. We got our Boston retreat coming up, July. Our Cranberry retreat is almost full, so we opened up another retreat in Boston. Charlie will be there.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
Our
July
own turf.
26th to 28th. Is that right?
Yes.
We'll include some stuff in the description. Thanks so much for joining us, and have a great ordinary time.
Yeah.